Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. I hope you're well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Selina and I release a crochet tutorial every week. And this week I'm bringing to you this boho bag. I absolutely adore it. It's really beginner friendly and it features the Suzette Stitch and a really nice floral button. And the free pattern is, as always, on my blog. I will be linking that in the description box. For this project you will need 2 skeins of Drops Belle, and so I used shade 11, and this is a DK Light 3 yarn, and it's 53% cotton, 33% viscose and 14% linen. It is really easy to crochet with, and these are 50-gram balls and I used 2. I also used a 4mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, as well as a tapestry needle, and I also used a button, as you can see here, and I will be linking all the materials in the down bar. I also used darning thread and a darning needle, and that's it. I will be using US terms with British terms in brackets, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. That really helps out my channel. And also, if you like feminine crochet projects, don't forget to check out my Patreon page. I will be linking that in the down bar. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to make the body of the bag, which will be this rectangle that we will be folding in half and then sewing, and we will be making the flap separately, and then we will also be making the strap also. So this is what I'm going to show you how to make. Okay, so to begin this tutorial you will be making a slip knot. So just go ahead and create your slip knot. Pop your hook through and tighten. And now what we will be doing is chaining 33. So just go ahead and chain 33. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you should have 33 chains. I've chained less because this is a demonstration, but you should have 33 chains. So now what I am going to be doing is skip 1 and 2 chains and go into the third with a double crochet. So just go ahead and place a double crochet into that third stitch. And so I'm just going to show you how to make a double crochet. So wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that chain, pull up a loop. You have 3 chains on your hook. Take your yarn and go through 2 loops. Take your yarn and go through 2 loops, and that creates a double crochet. And the first chain 2 here at the beginning counts as a single crochet. So now what we are going to be doing is skipping the next stitch. So skip the stitch here and go into the next with a single crochet. So to make a single crochet, you are going to pop your hook directly into that chain, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and pull through both loops, and you are going to be going back into that chain, the same chain we've just worked in, with a double crochet. So just go ahead and place a double crochet into that same stitch. So you have a single crochet and a double crochet inside the same stitch. Now skip a chain and go into the next with a single crochet, and go back into that same stitch with a double crochet. So as you can see, we are placing a single crochet and a double crochet together inside the same stitch, then skipping 1 stitch and then working into the next. So just skip the next chain, go into the next with a single crochet. Okay, so just go ahead and do this. So like I've just showed you, I've placed a single crochet into that stitch, and I'm just going to place a double crochet into the same stitch. And now just go ahead and finish this row, and obviously you will have more stitches than I have, but just go ahead and place a single crochet and double crochet together, then skip a stitch, then place a single crochet, double crochet, and so on until you reach the last 2 chains. And once you reach the last 2 chains, I'll show you how to finish off this row. Okay, so I'm back and I've almost finished this row. So to finish off this row, you are simply, so there are 2 chains left, you are going to skip 1 chain and then go into the last with a single crochet. So just go ahead and place a single crochet into that last stitch here, and this is what it looks like. So now for row 2, just turn your work and chain 1, and this counts as a single crochet, and that goes with this first stitch here. And what we are going to be doing is placing a double crochet into that same first stitch. So just go ahead and place a double crochet into that. Now skip the next stitch and go into the single crochet from the previous row. So you've skipped this next stitch here, and so go into the next stitch, which is also the single crochet from the previous row, and place a single crochet and a double crochet into that. Now skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and double crochet. Now skip the next stitch and go into the next, and just carry this pattern on until you reach the last 2 stitches, and I'll show you how to finish off row 2. So this is almost it. So you can see that the Suzette Stitch is starting to look good. I have 2 stitches left. What I am going to be doing is skipping 1 stitch here and going into the next, which is also the last stitch, and placing a single crochet into that. So place a single crochet into that. So now row 3 is going to be just a repeat of row 2, and it's just going to be a repeat of row 2 now throughout. So I'm just going to show you row 3 briefly, and then I'll let you carry on this pattern on your own. But for row 3, chain 1, turn your work, and this counts as your first single crochet at the beginning in the first stitch. So this is it. Now go back into that same first stitch with a double crochet. So just go ahead and place a double crochet into that. Now skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet. Now skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet, and then skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet, and just carry this on until you reach the end of this row, and I'll show you how to finish off this row. Okay, so we've almost finished this row. So to finish off this row, we've got 2 stitches left. Skip this one and go into the last one with a single crochet. And so now, as you can see, we finished this row. What we are going to be doing is repeating row 2 for 41 rows in total. So you should have 41 rows in total. So just carry this on for another 38 rows, because obviously this is 1, 2, 3 rows, and we want 41 in total. So just go ahead and complete your rows, and then I'll show you how to carry on with this pattern. Okay, so this is what you should have. So this is the rectangle that you should have. So just pop that to the side here. And now I'm going to show you how to make the flap. So this is really easy. So I'm just going to show you how to make this part now. Okay, so to make the flap, you are simply going to be taking your yarn and creating a slip knot. Pop your hook through like so. And now we are going to be chaining 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And slip stitch to the first chain here to create a circle. Now once we've created a circle, we are going to be chaining 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as a double crochet. We are going to be working inside this center, and we are going to be working double crochets inside this center. So to create a double crochet, I've showed you before, wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that center, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and that creates a double crochet. And we are going to be placing 4 more double crochets within this center. So that's 2, 3 and 4. And this is the first part of this row, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets. Now we are going to be chaining 2, 1 and 2, and we are going to be placing 6 more double crochets within this center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. And so this is round 1. So this is round 1 completed. And now what we are going to be doing for round 2 is turning our work and chaining 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as our first double crochet. And we are going to be going inside that first stitch here with another double crochet. So just go ahead and place a double crochet inside that first stitch here, just so that we have 2 double crochets together in this first stitch. Now go into the second stitch with a simple double crochet, and into the next stitch with a simple double crochet, and into the next stitch again with a double crochet, and into the next stitch with a double crochet. And don't forget this stitch here. And now in the chain 2 from the middle, from the center, from the previous row, place 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2, and place another 2 double crochets inside this center. And now place a double crochet into the next double crochet on the other side, and a double crochet into that double crochet, and the next, and the next, and the next. And we've reached the chain 3 from the previous row, which obviously counts as a double crochet, and we will be placing 2 double crochets inside this stitch here. So this is what we have here. So now we are going to be repeating row 2 over and over until you have, I think it's, let me just check, until you have 7 rows in total. So just go ahead and repeat row 2 for another 5 rows, and then I'll show you what to do then. So this is what you should have for the flap, and so fasten off. So I'll show you how to fasten off. So just fasten off. I'm just going to show you how to fasten off. To fasten off, you need to snip off your yarn like so. So let's pretend this is the flap completed. Obviously it's just a sample, but it's just to show you how to fasten off. And so just to fasten off, just pull the yarn through like so and tie a knot, and this is how you fasten off. So now that you have your flap, we are simply going to be making the strap. So this is my strap here. And so this is really, really easy. So I'm just going to show you how to make that. Just create a slip knot, pop your hook through like so. And now you are simply going to be chaining 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And so now that you've chained 3, you are simply going to be placing a half double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook, which is also the last chain. So skip 1 and 2 chains and go into the last chain with a half double crochet. So to create your half double crochet, just wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that last chain, pull up a loop. You have 3 chains on your hook, 3 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and pull through all 3 loops. And that creates a half double crochet, and the chain 2 at the beginning also counts as a half double crochet. Now chain 1, turn your work, and this chain 1 simply counts as a turning chain throughout. And what we are going to be doing now is working a half double crochet into that first stitch here. So just wrap your yarn around your hook and go into that first stitch here with a half double crochet, and then go into the chain 2 from the previous row with a half double crochet, and you have 2 half double crochets. Now chain 1, turn your work, and again this counts as a turning chain. Just go ahead and place a half double crochet into that first stitch here, and then another half double crochet into the next stitch. And this is what we have. So as you can see, this is very, very easy. So just carry on doing this same row. So chain 1 and place a half double crochet in the first stitch, and then another half double crochet into the next stitch, and just carry this on for 122 rows in total, and then I'll meet you back to show you how to sew your project together. Okay, so now that we've crocheted all the different parts of this project, I'm going to show you how to sew it in. So we are simply going to be sewing, I folded this rectangle over, so just lay this flat and then fold it over like this, and now just simply tie this together like so, and take your loose end and pop your needle through, and we are simply going to be sewing this like that. So I'm just going to turn this over, and I'm going to sew this in, and I am going to be using the mattress stitch. So the mattress stitch is really, I'm just going to zoom in. So the mattress stitch is really simple. You're just going to go in one side and then into the other side directly, and this creates a more seamless stitch. However, you can use whichever stitch you want. So just carry on sewing this side in, and I'll show you how to tie a knot at the end. Okay, so I've reached the bottom of the stitch of the seam, and I'm just gonna tie a knot. So just pop your needle through this last stitch here and tie a knot like so. And fasten off, so snip off your yarn like this. And now just sew the seam on the other side. So I'm going to be attaching a loose end here and then sewing this in. So just go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what to do next. So I've sewn in both sides, as you can see, and now we are going to be sewing in the flap. So before we do that, we are going to be sewing in this loose end here at the center of the flap, just to avoid any kind of unraveling. So you wouldn't want any part of this project to unravel. Okay, so I've sewed this in, and now I'm just going to sew this flap on. So the flap is going to go on the back panel, so just make sure that's where you sew it on. I'm just going to flip this around, as you can see, and I'm just going to tie these loose ends together. You don't have to do that. This is just me, so I'm gently going to do this. You can use pins just to make sure that you sew this on symmetrically, but again, you don't have to. I don't think I'm going to use pins. So as you can see, I'm simply going to be sewing this flap onto the back panel. So again, I'm just going to use a simple mattress stitch to do this. Make sure that you sew it on symmetrically. As I said, you can use pins to do so. And so yeah, just do this, and then I'll meet you back to show you the rest of the project. Okay, so I finished sewing on the flap, so I'm just going to snip off this loose end. Yes, I'm going to be placing a fabric lining onto this bag, and I will be linking my video up here if you are interested on my way of sewing in fabric onto the project. So now I'm just gonna pop this inside out, because I've been sewing in on the inside, so I just want this part to show. So this is what I have, and as you can see, I am popping in my loose ends inside the bag. This is how it appears now, and this is how we are going to be closing it. So now the only thing that we have left to do is to sew on the strap and also to sew on the button, but we will be starting with the strap. So I'm going to take my loose end. I'm going to pop this open, and I am going to be sewing the strap in. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I hope you can see. I'm going to go about 1 inch in the bag. I'm just going to show you in 1 second. I'm just going to secure this first. So as you can see, like I said, I'm going in and sewing this about 1 inch of the strap is inside the bag, just so that I can sew it nice and secure. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is sewing this in securely. So I am going to go and sew this in quite a bit, meaning I'm going to go yeah, in and out quite a lot. So this is what I'm going to be doing. You need to be sewing this in quite securely, because obviously if you are going to be putting things inside your bag, you really need your strap to be nice and secure. So I'm just gonna sew this in a lot and make sure, so do this on the other side. Please make sure that you have not twisted your strap. So without twisting your strap, just yeah, just go ahead and sew the other side in, and then I'll meet back to show you the rest of this project. Okay, so now I'm going to be sewing my button onto the project. I've just measured where my flap will be joining the front and where I need to be placing my button. So around the center, as you can see. So once you've measured that, just place your button where it's supposed to be and start sewing it. So I'm obviously using a darning needle, and I'm gonna sew it onto that front part. So just go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back after.